I want to read all your comments because you're absolutely right. You said regarding, oh yes, AA would teach you about yourself. It will make you self-aware. When you become self-aware, we become powerful. Yes, it is the Matthew Gospel personified. It is a beautiful way of living. It is the only instruction book that can help everybody. Yes. AA saved my life, and I have expanded in my self-awareness because of it. Absolutely. 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 Totally agree. And the key there being that it is the only instruction book that can help everybody, which has always baffled me, that people go into church and they sit and they listen to a sermon and it's like, what does it do? God knew it wasn't going to do. God knew that's not, it wasn't, it's just, it's like mindless. But the steps broken down, all based on the Bible, that was God making the path for everybody. I mean, it really is for everybody. It's not just for alcoholics. There was a time, it's so long ago, like in treatment centers, even the staff had to do the steps. Even if they weren't alcoholics, they just had to, I'm powerless over my life, so that they could have a better understanding. They don't do that anymore, of course. Now everybody just attacks it because it's something that has worked, except, and then they turned the Bible just into, you must repent. You must repent to be saved. That doesn't mean anything to God. Like people in my comment section on my other social media, like they don't get it. They start just throwing Bible verses at me saying that, I'm in sin. And it's like, no, you don't get it. Like God didn't just want the words. He wanted the heart. That's what AA make, and the perfect people to make known that example for everyone to see would be the alcoholic, because we're so broken by the time we get there. It's like there's no hope. That's our last stop. And it's more, everybody I ever hear that they do interviews with, like that want to explain AA to people, it's like they never get people that actually tell the truth about it, because I don't think the world and the science wants for people to know it's not just about being abstinent from drinking. It's a whole different life. It's literally what the Bible talks about, that I'm going to change your heart and mind. That is what happens. That's if people, surrender to God and just, have to, even if you don't, I didn't believe any of it that they said in the beginning, but I did it out of desperation. And it is the most miraculous thing, and that was 33 years ago, that it's ever happened. It's been quite an adventure. It's not always an easy one, but I'll say this, that what the steps do is make you follow the shepherd's voice. All the churches would say, you don't know what voice you're following. Right, but what God do you think is saving people in there for 90 years? There's no way. If you think another God can do that, then you believe in other gods. No, there's only one God that can save us from those other gods that had us in the vicious cycle of alcoholism. So I think honestly that because that's where God has always been doing his work, most alcoholics would never, because we're so made to be humbled, which is a blessing. I know you'd understand, like most people would not understand the sense of humor of the alcoholic in a meeting. We will fully laugh at our own failures because we don't take credit for the outcome. Whatever power we have is all from God and us surrendering to him every day. That's the miracle of it having to be every day, is that, surrendering to him. that the work doesn't stop. It's not like it's just, okay, thanks, God, I'll get back to my life now. No, it's an everyday process walking with God. And so, I mean, it only makes sense that one day he was going to raise people up. I mean, he has been in there. But everybody seems to have missed that, that's where he's been, like the miracles he was doing in the Bible, Mary Magdalene being the biggest one, okay, being filled with demons. He's been doing it all along there. I don't even think the members in Alcoholics Anonymous even realize it. I don't think they realize they're the modern day apostles. I really don't. I don't think they'd ever look at themselves that way either, because they're humble. They're humble. We were made to be humble, and we don't ever forget it. And so, but the apostles were too. But they also had that power. They went on to speak the word that God needed them to speak, and that's still going on today. But all the churches decided, well, the Bible's closed. God's not revealing himself anymore. There's 2 million recovering alcoholics in the world that would disagree. But we've all just, we don't get out there and start telling everybody, that the Bible this and the Bible that. God used us because he was going to show it in a different way. That's one thing about God, is that he will always manage to surprise everybody.